Jodie Whittaker's best Doctor Who episode shows the biggest injustice of her era. Oh, Ecky Thump. Let's see what it is. Jodie Whittaker's best episode, The Power of the Doctor, is a nostalgic celebration of the show's history, but doesn't showcase her abilities as a 13th Doctor. She had none, darling. Her ability, exactly. This is her ability to be shit, right? She was shit. Oh my God. Top ranked episodes of Doctor Who magazine reflect the poll's preference for traditional stories rather than modernization efforts of Chris Chibnall and Whittaker. Yeah, we mean she was shit. Other episodes like Rose, awful. Deeds of Punjab, even worse. Better highlight Whittaker's performance. She was shit in all of those. Yes, there's more of her being shit in Rosa and more of her being shit in Demons of Punjab. Love is love. Oh, lovely love is love. The love is loveliest love. Can I grab that clip? I'm not going to get copyright strike over Jodie clip, but I think it's important that we see for a second. We remind ourselves, like what are we actually talking about here? There we go. Doing. Yes, we're going to watch a Jodie clip. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay. Just get used to it. Lie back and think of England. Jodie. Love is love. Do I not have this? They're all MKV files. They won't play. I can't even work out which one is Demons of the Pun Bloody Jab. Which one was that? Yeah, what's it? Maybe we can find it on YouTube. YouTube. Demons of the Punjab. Demons Punjab reaction. People vomiting. Here it is. Oh, let me grab this. God, YouTube downloader. Love. Oh, Ecky Thorpe. Love is such love. It's lovely, and love is love. And just to get more emasculated, they put a Gillette commercial on first. Hang on, there it comes. Go on now, nearly downloaded. There you go. Share screen.
I woke this morning to the sight of...
God, why would you put more of this garbage in? Here it is. It's...
You all right, sweetheart?
I always cry.
I know there aren't many certainties in any of our lives.
God, she's awful. I mean, Rhea, why would you want to highlight this? She's just, I mean, look, that's so miscast.
But Umbreen, Prem, what I see in you is the certainty you have in each other.
She's so bad at this role.
Something I believe in my faith. Love.
Love. Oh, lovely love. It's so lovely to be loved.
In all its forms.
Especially paedophilia. Oh, I love the love that dare not speak its name. Oh, diddling kids.
Is the most powerful weapon we have.
Oh, yes. People don't like it when you threaten to rape their children. You're right.
Because love is a form of hope. And like hope, love abides.
Oh, fuck off. I can't. I'm about to vomit. Did my best, mate. Did my best. Love. Oh, lovely love. It's so lovely. Challenging the ranking and power of the Doctor. 5. Doctor Who fans have decided Jodie Whittaker is shit. Best episodes are really... and the decision exposed the huge injustice of the 13th Doctor era. After 54 years of leading men, Jodie Whittaker was shit in the role, made history, when she was terribly miscast as the first female Doctor. I mean, Joanna Lumley was way better. This decision particularly upset staunch traditionalists. I was fine with it. I would have called myself a staunch traditionalist, though, right? I really wouldn't. It was just when I started seeing her episodes and saw how unbelievably awful she was, right? I mean, just like exceeding all expectations of suck, which she did. Love. I believe order we play you a man is an alien to regenerate the whole body, a whole new body face. Is a response Doctor who never made huge deal of the Doctor's change of gender during the Chibnall Whittaker era. Yes, that would take intelligence and honesty and good writing, all of which missing. Jodie Whittaker's Doctor was the same character that made the debut as the old. No. And they went to pains to say it wasn't, right? Living in a junkyard in 1963. Well, fuck off. This led to the lovely joke by Ian Chesterton's confusion over the female Doctor and Power of the Doctor. That episode was a joyous, nostalgic celebration. The most joyous thing about it was a Jodie episode without much Jodie in it. And look, here's the thing. That by the end of the run, right, they worked out how to make good Jodie episodes. No, the least of not awful Jodie episodes by having the least Jodie in it. And I have to say, they, while it didn't make any sense, the train heist thing at the beginning was a very good pastiche, I think, of Matt Smith's era, only let down by the awfulness of Jodie Whittaker, right? I mean, like, yeah, if she wasn't in it, it might not have been too terrible a scene, but she was in it, and she killed it completely with a love. Love. Oh, I love it in all its forms, right? Just don't tell your mummy. Oh, God, she's so fun. Love. 1 second, wait. Was it nostalgic celebration? All 13 Doctors. Weirdly, it's been voted the best episode from Doctor Who magazine in the Jodie Whittaker and Doctor Who magazine. But yes, it was the least shit thing they did. She was in the least, right? And the Master's Plan was actually quite masterly as well, right? Sash Dewan didn't mind him. I like the Rasputin scene, right? I thought that was good. Apart from the bit with Jodie Whittaker in it. Which speaks to the larger reason how Jodie Whittaker is often overshadowed by a male Doctor. It's not that. It's that she was shit. She's undershadowed by a male Doctor. She was literally shit, right? Shit beyond shit. I mean, right, remarkably shit, right? Shit to a level that you can't quite comprehend how shitty she is. Oh, there you go. Sorry, that came on. There you go. Back over there. Doink. Part of the Doctor featured the returning 1980s companion Tegan Javanka and Ace in a slew of cameos by past Doctors and companions. It was a thrilling blockbuster Doctor Who movie that, again, really only ruined by Jodie Whittaker, right? And the plotting that made no sense. The movie that gave the touching reunion between the Seventh Doctor and Eighth, that was very nice. Saw Tegan finally get justice for Adric. I don't remember that at all. It also featured the unholy trinity of Doctor Who villains, Master, team up with the Cybermen and the Dark. Well, weren't the same? Yeah, they weren't the same. Yeah, look, that was all fun. It was just Jodie Whittaker that made it awful. Can I get the Rasputin scene? We'll play a few. Yeah, do I have that? Here, 1 second. Video file. Do I have that as a AVI? We'll find out. Don't have to go. No, it's not it. Oh, there we go. Doink. Doink. Love. Oh, it's so lovely. Love. Oh, loving love. Love. Spy for... Is it Flux? Hang on. Is it in this folder? No. I thought I don't have Power of the Doctor. Really? I would have thought I would have had that. Never mind. Yeah, this one. Power of the Doctor. Spelling wrong. Dr. Rasputin. So we got that. There you go. And you'll see, anytime she's on screen, it falls apart. Whenever she's not there, it's actually quite good. I mean, quite good if you like the Modern Doctor. If you don't like Modern Doctor, not for you, probably. Did it download? Hang on, saying link not found. Is there an official Doctor? Well, not an official page, I think. Is this it? No. That's a fan trailer. Really? Maybe it's over here. Let's try this. See if I can get on this. Doink, doink. Do we get a download link? Maybe I'll find a different downloader. Because love is love. Here we go. Try this one. Just thinking about. There you go. Just thinking about it and getting a little whizzy will. It's like 20 meg. I mean, how can this take any time to download? I'll do the 720 version. Come on. Oh, this is really okay. This is just annoying me now. Let's find another one. YouTube video downloader. Try this one. Did the sign just download? Hang on. I think they might just got it. No, really. Oh, allow. What's the? No. Download. That one. That doesn't work. This isn't. Really? What? Why is this one like the riddle of the sirens to get? I mean, it's a. We'll try the 720 link. Oh, and it's still not working. Okay, we'll try one more time. I'm surprised it's not on the official BBC page. Oh, is this it? No. We'll try this one. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to try, and then I'm giving up. Try this. Okay. Let's try it again. No, still doesn't. Access reload. Let's see if that works. No, it won't let me get it at all. Blimey. Oh, well, I quite like the Rasputin dance, right? Even though it just repeatedly didn't work for me. Never mind. Okay. I mean, I can't believe I just went to all that trouble and I still didn't get it. That blows my mind. That actually irritates me. Wait, do I not have Power of the Doctor? I thought I had everything in this folder. Hang on. Let's have a look. Doctor and the Daleks, Doctor and Daleks Invasion of Earth, Dalek Mania, Last Christmas. What's that doing? Oh, here it is. Let me out. It's going to make me convert it. Fine, I'm going to convert it. Okay, that's how crazy this has made me. I'm converting it. Screw you. It's happening right now. You go there. And why am I converting it? Out of spite. 100% out of spite. Okay, start. Is it going to tell me how long it's going to take? is saying 20 minutes. Oh, piss off. All right, we might come back to it. It was only through a hardly showcase for Jodie Whittaker's doctor. That was the point. Yeah, right. You don't want to showcase Jodie Whittaker's doctor. She's literally awful, right? She's the definition of awful. Right? Terrible, right? Absolutely terrible. Where are we up to? It was hardly thrilling, but hardly shocking Jodie Whittaker's doctor, especially as she spent considerable time in a barren halfway reality with past incarnations. We are only there to see the past incarnations, right? Again, that was actually a quite clever way of bringing everybody back in. I mean, it was a rip-off from the New Adventures, but it was good. I mean, that was a good way of bringing everybody back. Where are they? Yeah, it was totally a rip-off from, was it, Paul Cornell's book, Time Wirren Revelation. This is all very understandable, given that Power Doctor was a celebrated episode about the 100 years of BBC. It was very popular on social media with portions of the fan base that were openly hostile towards Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, me, era. Because it was the least Jodie thing possible, right? The positivity does suggest that if it reached the top slot in the Doctor Who magazine poll, it's dedicated 89 minutes referencing the classic era and companions were preferred to the modern series. It was preferred to the modern series with Jodie in it because she's awful. Like, you got to understand, Jodie is awful, right? I don't know how else to explain this to you, right? Why is it saying it's going to take 20 minutes? It's 10% done already. I don't know. Was that 2 minutes? I don't know. One of Jodie with the most confident and most doctor's performance was in War of the Sontarans. Yes, I think that's fair. Actually, I do agree with you. That might War of the Sontarans could be the least shit Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who ever. It could be. That's actually possible. It had a good cliffhanger. I mean, like a cold opening, right? When you got the Sontarans on that. I like the bit where she goes into the they wake up, they're not in the TARDIS. She grabs the TARDIS and there's no door, right? I think the cinematography there was great. I think the saint washing of what's her name? The nurse, Mary Seacombe, was a bit much, right? I think it was a bit much. But yeah, it was Sontarans. I like the Sontaran design. It was totally better than it was up there. It was totally up there. But it was still, unwashably awful. I mean, let's be clear. Which was part of the Flux. For understandable reasons, Doctor Who magazine made a decision to include Flux as a one complete story. I think that was a mistake, quite frankly. I think that was a disservice to her. Honestly, the Flux had their cliffhangers were resolved terribly, but they were bad, and it was an awfully written story. But you did have like the Jodie becoming a weeping angel cliffhanger. What was a good cliffhanger, right? I can't argue with that. They actually did have the resolutions of the cliffhangers were stupid, but there were good cliffhangers there. So I don't think it's fair. However, this meant that much of the barnstormer of Jodie Whittaker performance was resigned to a much lower place. Again, they worked out not to keep her in it, right? Like have as little Jodie Whittaker as possible does help the Jodie Whittaker in general. In another place, then it had been taken on its own merits. Instead, the top three are occupied with some quite traditional Doctor Who fare that don't normally represent the tone of the era. The tone of the era was shit. That's probably why it doesn't. I mean, look at that. That smug idiot face is the tone of the era. 100%. right? That smug idiot face is 100% the tone of the era. Oh, God. Tone deaf of the era. For example, the third spot in the top 3 was Future the Dude. That was shit. And again, but Jodie Whittaker overshadowed by Joe Martin's Doctor. But so much of it was written for mic drop moments without actually thinking it through. Like the Doctor digging up a grave and finding the top of the TARDIS in it, and then that's find a way of getting in the TARDIS. So they teleported it. It was stupid, right? It was just a dun 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 moment, right? Yeah. But again, the exciting thing about not having a different Doctor, right? It detracted. So far. So what was that one? Future of the Jude, and I also had the Judoon back. Although I didn't like the horn thing. That was just stupid. These confrontations between the Doctor and villains are one of the strengths of Jodie Whittaker. She was awful in that. No, it was that she wasn't in it much. Dummkopf. I mean, really? It's like that never gets championed enough. Because she was terrible. Like. Yeah, this is a clip we can see. Hang on. You want to see a villain Jodie's showdown? Hang on. This one I'm sure I got in the right format. Jodie. Yeah. Is it Spyfall? Yeah, let's see. I'll show a confrontation. Where is it? This is so stupid. Yeah. This is one of the worst showdowns ever. Like the shit thin acting of Lenny Henry against the far shitter acting of Jodie Whittaker.
Nice party.
Nice party. I mean, she's shit already. Look at that. It's hardly like, Sylvester McCoy's master chessman on 100 playing chess on 1,000 balls simultaneously. Look. You thought.
Nice house.
Daniel, don't think we've been introduced.
I'm the Doctor.
No, you're not.
I'm a +1. So, did you assassinate the head of MI6 yourself or just order it?
Again, she's so, shit. Right? I mean, she's just, I mean, there's no power in this performance whatsoever. It's like, I like, the worst thing they could do for Jodie Whittaker is show more of her on TV.
I think you're at the wrong party. Casino theme, not whodunit.
Why is there an alien code embedded at the edge of your company's systems?
Like, she's terrible at delivering dialogue. Like, really? Yeah. You want to keep that under your bloody, under your hood, darling. I mean, you are, epically shit at that. Between the Doctor and villains, the strengths of Jodie Whittaker. It's like that never gets checked because we just saw it. It was. I've never seen anything so epically awful. Really? You are having a laugh. He's having a laugh. Doctor Who's Whittaker Bowl proves that era is still underrated. No, because I bet I would love to know how many people voted in the Whittaker era compared to the other eras. Right? It's interesting to look at the top 3 Jodie Whittaker episodes of Doctor Who because it reveals the preference for the more traditional stories. The best Whittaker's second best episode was The Haunting of Villa Dildo. Oh God, that was awful. I mean, how do you have a story with Byron and Shelley and Cybermen and it be boring as fuck? Oh, it's great, but ultimately, a Haunted House episode is in the mold of the great classic Tom Baker series, The Horrors of Fang Rock. No, that's good. This is shite, right? That's good. The preference for more traditional Doctor Who can blind people to huge strides made on the Chibnall Whittaker. We saw the huge strides. They were all backwards. Right. That is why. Yes. Why do people want to blind themselves to those huge? Because they were all awful. Oh, really? To modernize the show. You modernize. Yeah, that modernization didn't go down well, right? I hate to be the one to tell you, but like that modernization, people would rather jump out of a building, than where's the rating? There we go. Would rather jump out of a bloody building than watch a Doctor Who. As that's just what the data said. Yeah, 1 second. Doink. I mean, it's like you had a good lead in with Country Fall somehow, that boring piece of crap, right? And then it got it fell off a cliff as Jodie came on. Then it got climbed back up again for what's it called? Call the Midwife. And I am convinced that the what's the one? The Brendan one? What's that called? Oh, Timeless Children, right? That whole Timeless Children thing, where all that flashbacks to like Ireland in the 1910s or whenever it was. That's so when people started watching, they thought it was Call the Midwife, and they will keep watching, trying to work it out. And if they watched it long enough, they'll be considered a view, right? I really think they were that desperate for people to watch at that point, right? I could totally believe it, right? I could totally 100% believe. You could believe it too, right? I mean, man, that was shit, that show. You imagine that Chris Chibnall will do something that's sneaky to like desperately try and claw the extra viewer or two. Oh my god. Right. With like Rosa. Okay, Rosa, the most racist piece of shit ever. Rosa was the idea that black people will always be victims unless they were luckily emancipated by Rosa Parks. Again, it was white men that ended slavery. It was white men that ended slavery. Hate me one tell you, it was white men, right, that ended segregation. And one of those white men was not Joe bloody Biden, frankly. Blacks for Trump, baby. But like, it was white men. Shone some light on uncomfortable truths on the modern West history. What uncomfortable truths did Demons of Punjab shine on? Right? I don't know anything about the partition of India other than some white people unjustly partitioned two sets of brown people, and the two sets of brown people then decided to kill each other. Right? I think the killing each other might be a little bit on the two sets of brown people that decided to kill each other. Right? It might not just be the white people doing that, right? In a way the show never done before. No, the show actually shone things like that much more intelligently before, right? Which this piece of garbage never did, because it is a piece of garbage. It's clear from the ranking that the approach wasn't for everybody. Yeah, it was boring lecturing shit. Weirdly enough, you make boring lecturing shit. You find it hard to find an audience, right? I mean, this is why it got a lot better as it went along, because basically Chris Chibnall had to drop all the boring lecturing shit, right? To actually try and entertain. And even though he couldn't do it, right? Flux episodes rattle on at a nice pace. I think one of the strongest episodes, other than Power of the Doctor, was Evil the Daleks. A very good use of a limited budget and a great first-time director. Right? I mean, yeah, you had the retarded Daleks that couldn't shoot a hole in a storage unit door. I mean, that was a bit embarrassing. And you had Creepy Nick, who, he was a serial killer or something, right? That's something very dodgy going on, right? There's something very dodgy going on with Creepy Nick, right? And they've heard a more traditional story of alien invasions and spooky goings on. No, it was just, those stories were bad, right? I mean, I see you didn't put in the Sununga conundrum where she tried to pretend she liked science. Oh, fusion generator. Oh, bubbly wobbly. I get so excited about science. Here, little girls, you could do anything you want. I want to play with dollies. Shut up. Bloody sexist. You get your STEM subject. I don't want to go STEM subject. You're going in your STEM subjects. Oh, I want to play with dolly. No. Wait. Despite the fact Doctor Who is an anthology show, not really, that can go anywhere that can go anywhere and do anything. It decided to be lecturing and condescending, right? Which is why I think Power of the Doctor did quite well. It was fun. It was stupid. It was great seeing Ace again. It was great seeing Ace and the Seventh Doctor. That was great. And seeing all the old Doctors was good. There was always something an underlying desire to really see the same types of stories. Well, not really. They want to see good stories. They want to see Doctor Who stories. Power of the Doctor definitely fits that bill. It's a bit nostalgic party. I mean, yeah. Big nostalgic party to celebrate significant milestone like the 5 Doctors. However, nobody would suggest the 5 Doctors represents the final form of Peter Davison. Actually, it's kind of up there. Where's that in my Peter Davison rankings? We have to look into this. 5 Doctors is really up there. I hate to tell you. Hang on. Best of Davison. Looking it up right now. So in my top 10, I had Caves Andrani number 1, Mordred I did 2, Kinder 3, 5 Doctors number 4. Screw you, darling. I would say that, right? Actually, there was a fine performance for him. I really would, yeah. I like the 5 Doctors. But, okay, here's the reason why Jodie needed it, because her era was pure cack. So the further you could get away from Jodie, the happier anybody would be, right? I mean, that's just the way it works, darling, right? The further you get away from Jodie, the happier you are because the less shit it is. None of this is complicated. It represents the 5. Okay, I've got a the number 4 story for the 5th Doctor. So it's weird that it's happened with Whittaker and Power. You don't understand. She was shit and everybody hated her. Right? It's not weird at all. It makes sense, right? She was shit and everybody hated her. And if you put it in that context, you go, oh, really? Yes. It was shit and everybody hated her. And like these weirdo Jodie fans, I was like, how did you not know? There's so many stronger episodes, not just Rules Redeemed. Actually, they're not. But episodes like The Witchfinders. Oh, God. If I like... It's boring and annoying and painful all at the same time. It's really quite a feat. It is boring, annoying, and painful. Or even something more esoteric, like it takes you away. The cosmic frog. Are you shitting me? No. The cosmic frog was awful with like the guy deserting his kid and oh. God, it was awful in every way. All these episodes contain much... I mean, like, it takes me away. It seems like the sort of script that Eric Saywood would get and he would try and bang into shape. All these episodes... Like, when I say... And it was, like, nothing to do with Doctor Who. All these episodes contain much better Jodie Whittaker performance. No, they don't. They contain more of her. Better, I think you'll find not. Right? No. And you'll feel more indicative of the fresh take on Doctor Who. Yes, it didn't have much Jodie in it, right? It wasn't Jodie taking a shit on the Doctor, right? But she was just horribly miscast. I think you're being cruel, right? The more you want to show Jodie off, I think just the more cruel you're being. The 13th Doctor could more than hold her and get previous and gone. No, she couldn't. Which is why Power Doctor feels a bit insulting. She should be insulted. God, get it in your freaking head, you moron! She was shit! How hard is that to understand? Faculty retrospective viewings of Jodie with a Christian era will prove how envelope-pushing, fascinating it was. Hopefully shaking up those best episode rankings in the process. Never. Mark Donaldson, of course. So listen here. 1 second. Just finished converting. Now we go. Doink. So this is why Power of the Doctor did well. It was shit, but it wasn't like po-faced nightmare. I mean, yeah, fair. Lots of member berries, right? Here, let's get a bit of where do we get the here is the Rasputin thing. Like, if it wasn't for Jodie Whittaker, this would all be good.
I brought her here to help another conversion altogether.
This is the whole reason he was dressed as Rasputin, so they could do this. They knew this at the beginning. See, whenever it goes on her, it falls apart.
In Russia long ago, he was big and strong in his eyes of flaming glow.
Okay, Doctor, this is my last roll of the day.
And again, like Vinder out, no, like it just makes no sense, right? But like the actual bit where I could see John Sims Master doing that.
Been carrying this around with me since you gave it to me.
I missed some dancing. Hang on.
In Russia long ago, he was big and strong in his eyes of flaming glow.
Where was it?
There was a cat that really was gone. Rah, Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. It was a shame how he carried on.
Yeah, I like that. Excuse me, I did. Because he wasn't lecturing me about, the rights of fucking man. Let's have a look at Ace and the Seventh Doctor. This was magical, right? Because of their performance. Oh, go away.
You're doing that in case you need a bit of help. It looks like you're doing fine.
So it's fine for me to blow stuff up when
Oh, God, she's awful. I mean, Sophie's great.
you decide. Nothing's changed.
It's never fine to blow stuff up. Sometimes, sadly, it's the only solution. But only after fair warning.
Now it's getting freaky.
I was only ever trying to teach you good habits, Ace. Obviously, I failed.
Again, such a great performance, right? It really is.
You never failed me, Professor. You made me the person I am today.
See, great actors can take shit dialogue and make it watchable.
I'm sorry we fell out. I'm sorry I judged you. I didn't understand the burden you carried.
All children leave home sooner or later. The joy is to watch them fly.
So, we're good.
Oh, we're more than good. We're ace.
Yeah, great, right? But it's anything without Jodie Whittaker. I hate to be the one to tell you. We get a bunch of Doctor cameos. Now, this ripped directly out from Paul Cornell's book, Time Wirren. What's not Genesis? It was the last one. Revelation, maybe.
Well, you're obviously one of the more determined of us.
Certainly not. God, she was awful.
I'm sorry.
Nick, you thump. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
You refuse to pass through. Quite the strength of character, this incarnation.
Nah, not really. She was weak as water.
The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Do about what?
Our predicament. This is supposed to be handed over. You can't ruin it for the next one. And you were doing so well.
It's great to see a bit of Paul McGann.
Of our consciousness, I can wear what I like.
Can we just focus on this? Whatever.
But yeah, that's why right? Dealing with the pond. I mean, what were the arachnids in the UK? I would rather die like one of those spiders than have to watch that piece of shit again and die horribly from asphyxiation. Yeah, there's a reason. Yeah, people hated it. Hate to be the one to tell you, darling. Fine. What should we move on to next? There's quite a few things that we shouldn't do. There's that as well. Maybe we'll look over there. Well, let's keep going over on a bit of Doctor Who, a bit more Doctor Who. Doink. But what we have coming up, like I just have trepidation about the new era. Frankly, I really do. Like, I don't know. I don't really trust Disney. I don't trust Rusty David. I mean, like, it's just been about him, being gay. And Russell, I'm happy for you to be gay, but bloody hell. Do you want to just, wind it in a little bit, darling? Just a little bit? I mean, enough's enough, isn't it? No. More gay, please. Really? Oh, okay. The deal with respectful Disney and fantastic thing. Oh, look, I can certainly hear that. Every franchise Disney has is imploding, right? They've blown everything up. And they should be excited about Doctor Who because, like, they blew up Star Wars. They blew up Marvel, right? And there's no reason for anybody to go Disney Plus, right? Doctor Who really has the potential to be that franchise for them, right? So I can understand want to be respectful. And the Doctor Who with Rusty Davis, I can see this being very attractive to Disney, right? Proven track record of success with a property that has a proven to have great potential, right? It was really breaking out. People loved it in America when it was on Netflix, right? The Matt Smith years. But it's really one of their best hopes, I think. But I don't know. I think they've embraced the Disney ethos maybe a little bit too much. In 3 months, a new era, Doctor Who begins with BBC, Disney Plus, and showrunner Rusty Davis celebrate a long. We should really know what's going to be on the Disney Plus channels by now. Are they going to have all classic Who on it? I mean, I have all classic Who anyway on demand. But I think that would be a great site. What's going to be on that channel, right? And that you can start letting us know already, right? It's crazy that they haven't. Celebrate the long-running show's 60th anniversary with 3-episode event featuring the return of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor to try and repair Doctor Who. And Catherine Tennant and Donald Noble, also featuring 15th Doctor Ncuti Gatwa, probably in the last scene. We have Davis Gatwa and Millie Gibson, Ruby Sunday moving on to the Christmas special. And then season 14 next year, possibly spring, possibly pushed back. This actors, writers strike, I think I can imagine it might get pushed back. But, they're going to be gagging for content for them. But so they really want to keep it going in England when there's no strike. But there's some of the biggest behind the scenes news hit back in October 2022 and really nothing since then. When we learned Disney Plus will be taking over the exclusive rights of the show outside the UK and Ireland beginning this fall. That the Mouse will be stepping up the production investments on investment too. BBC was quick to address concerns that the show concerns that the news announced, reaffirming that Davis and the BBC would still maintain creative control. Well, Davis, not the BBC, from what I understand. Basically, it was business as usual moving forward. Well, I hope not. Business as usual was a ratings implosion, if you recall. That was business as usual, right? You want to change that business. But moving forward, a new partner. Speaking of the Edinburgh TV Festival, where the show picked up Moment of the Year. Oh, boy, the craziest meltdown about that. Oh, the regeneration didn't have Jodie's face in it. Everybody hated Jodie. Dude, get that through your idiot heads. Everybody hated Jodie for good reason. Speaking at the Edinburgh TV Festival, where picking up TV Moment of the Year, BBC Chief Content Officer Charlotte Moore and Head of Drama Commissioning Lindsay Saul offered up an update on how the working relationship has been going so far. We hate each other. They're cunts, they said. No, I don't think so. The anniversary will be a massive moment for the BBC. Russell T Davies is the heart of the show. But just like any good co-production partner, obviously you work in great partnership creativity. Well, don't take on too much Disney creativity. Everything you touch, it turns to shit. What's the last success Disney had? I don't know. I mean, like, what would you say? I mean, take out MCU stuff and Star Wars. What's the last success that Disney actually had? They're saying they're going to set off the parks, by the way, which is wild. Where are we up to? We've got a great working relationship with Disney, reaffirming heart of the show. Good production deal. Okay, fine. Creative. More show reaffirming the roles discussed late last year. We've got a great working relationship with Disney Plus. Having that kind of co-production deal at the moment is a fantastic thing for Doctor Who. Audience expectations, young people wanting to feel it's a big global show. It's incredibly exciting. Well, as long as you don't balls it up with like wall-to-wall Yasmin fucking Finney, which is frankly what you keep threatening to do. Obviously, the UK audience gets exclusivity. Watch it on BBC here. It makes the whole thing incredibly ambitious and creative, very exciting. So it's a great partnership. Salt added. Who salt? I thought it was Charlotte Moore. Okay. My experience so far in terms of co-production partners, they're hugely respectful to the BBC. Yeah. What about all those spin-offs that are supposed to be coming? Hello. Again, just tell us what's going to be on Disney Plus. Are you going to have all Sarah Jane adventures? Are you going to have all of modern Doctor Who? Right, you're going to have Doctor Who Confidential. Right, are you going to have the archive stuff? Right, are you going to have the extras from the Blu-rays? What are you going to have? And I think you should let us know, frankly, or start dripping that out. The methodology of Doctor Who is absolutely the core of the British culture. Russell T Davies is a great person holding the pen to that. Well, I hope so. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.